Baxter and Jonathan back from Casino Guitars. Very exciting day today.
It's very exciting.
We have brought in the Magnatones. Amps we've been talking about for years are here. And we're just going to talk about this one in particular right now. Jonathan, take it away.
The Magnatone Panoramic Stereo.
Now, why is it called the Magnatone Panoramic Stereo?
Because it is two 12-watt amps in one, basically. So instead of it being a 12-watt amp or like a 22 or 24 or whatever, it's 12 watts aside. And that's what lets you run that glorious stereo, vibrato, pitch shifting.
And I think what you just said there, that is sort of the Magnatone secret sauce.
Yes.
You buy an amp, one of these glorious things behind us, and there's two amps inside of it.
Basically, yes.
And that's the trick.
That's the trick.
So tell me how this thing works.
So it works much like other amps. You plug the cable in, one side into your guitar. But it's, like I said, it's 2 times 12 watts. It has a phenomenal, I think they used like the long pan Accutronics spring reverb tanks. Tube driven, of course. They're as tube analog goodness as you can get, pretty much. And then when you get to the tremolo / vibrato part, what's pretty cool about it is you can switch between sort of a vintage, like the Fender vibrato tremolo that we all kind of love, or Magnatone's pitch shifting vibrato.
And I think that's what I was playing in the demo.
That's what you were playing in the demo.
That was in the FM, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
And the AM goes to the Fender style, which confuses me because I thought the F should have been Fender, but that's not true. Yes.
Yes. I figured that out, and I'm not very smart or savvy. Now,
That's right.
I like these silly Magnatones. We're going to have a whole video. Check out our YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos on Magnatone in general. We're just talking about the one amp and this one amp. But I'm not a pedal guy. It's no secret here. And it's mainly because I'm lazy, and that's in all the other videos. I just like to plug in and play. And this sort of scratches that itch for me.
Yeah.
It has like the best sounding, like if I wanted that univibe pedal type thing.
It's kind of amazing.
It destroys anything I've ever played pedal-wise. Anything.
Plus, if you're playing that way, if you're straight in, the tremolo is foot switchable. Yes. And there's an 8 decibel boost. So you got a lot of control, and you can control the speed with an expression pedal.
I feel like I was robbed because I did not have
anything to stomp on.
No, I wanted to press a pedal.
You could have had some stompy things.
Well, and then
you wanted.
Then like what I fell in love with this amp is like I really don't need the pitch shifting vibrato and all that. That's great. I think it's awesome, but this just a pure clean. It's different. It's not a Fender. It's definitely not a Marshall.
No,
but it's
it is EL84s. It's four of those.
It's like EL84s, but Fender style. And
yeah, it's sort of like it's almost in Fender land, but it's like more somehow. And we love Fender amps, so don't get us wrong. We love them.
It is. It's like,
but it's just
because I love a deluxe reverb. You can't.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat that amp. This just does something different. It has that clean punch through I like, but it's very warm.
It's very warm,
and it's not muddy.
No,
which is nice. You actually, because we have them up on platforms now for the purpose of this demo, but when I like to play them on the floor, and that
and you don't get the woofy bass. Even with the Les Paul, it didn't get woofy. You didn't get,
I mean, it got pretty pushy with me.
It got pretty pushy.
I could feel my bottom.
Awesome though.
My jacket was flapping for a minute. Did it sound good? I couldn't tell.
It did sound really good.
Thank you. Tell us more about the amp. Anything else that you can tell us?
So there is a really cool sort of recording application. There's a wet dry feature. So you can run it in mono, you can run it in stereo, you can run it where all your reverb is coming through one side and the other side's dry. So if you were micing both sides to try to get the stereo thing, that could be kind of cool.
That's
actually
amazing.
It is pretty amazing.
Because like I love like old vintage Gibson stereo guitars too, which are a pain in the tail to work with.
Yes.
But this can substitute that with the standard, mono guitar. And which is every guitar pretty much, besides a vintage Gibson GS355 stereo or something.
Now, fun fact.
Fun facts.
One of my favorite new players, Lucas Nelson, plays these things.
Really?
And Lucas, if you are listening, we're going to try to meet you at Merlefest.
That's
to
right.
talk to you about Magnatones. So, if anyone out there knows Lucas Nelson, tell him that the casino dudes want to meet him at Merlefest.
And we're going to talk to you about Magnatones. And we'll be talking about guitars too. We'll be there hanging out. That's a good Willie Nelson.
I just thought, since we're throwing this out there to the world, that's a good plug.
And something about this amp too, like, and we'll talk about it again. Watch other videos of Magnatones. Whole other thing.
Other models too. We got a lot of models.
But this one in particular, I really liked it. It's compact.
It's not very big. It's not super heavy either.
It's not. I mean, they're not light.
They're not light, but they're not like
the,
some of the other things we have.
No,
you know,
there's that one up. Oh god.
Especially for a 210 stereo amp, you're getting in a compact.
The fact that it's fitted in that, it looks amazing.
Yeah.
But it does. It's a very different organic push of an amp. It works really well. The Strat I thought was awesome in position.
Just kind of sings. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in 2 and 4, like the sort of out of phase thing. It was magical.
It's a ton of sustain. The compression sort of seems just right. It's
not overly squashed.
Right. It's
and
just,
I like that sometimes because I'm a 2-rock guy too, and I love like 2-rock has a great compression.
Yeah.
And this is the opposite. Like it opens up more.
Yeah.
And it's very much. I know it's like I didn't even get it full out on the gain. And again, the volume, there's no gain. And that's how they stack these. It's like if you turn up, it is a different amp each little level I go up. If I go to 10, it's not getting louder than 6.
No.
It's just getting way dirtier and way more sustain to it.
And I would say when you think, it's 2 times 12 watts or even 22 watts like a deluxe, I think it's a loud 12 watts aside. To me, it seems like you'd have no problem gigging with the drummer with that amp.
Our video team was telling me how loud it was. I can't tell because I'm sitting sort of right. It's sort of shooting behind me. So I'm like, this is so glorious.
My ears.
Everything, they're like, we can't hear anything.
Right.
We're in pain, and they're sort of crying a lot behind
bit.
the camera, but that's okay.
That's what happens.
That's why they're behind the camera, so we can inflict pain on them. And I mean, is there anything else about the amp that you need to tell us that's specs wise?
I think that's about it. Speakers are Magnatone's own design, so that's part of the secret, I think.
It's a great amp. I do not get very excited about like amps that often.
Right.
Like, I've liked the classics. This is one of my favorite amps I've played in a long time. The guys in the shop saw me light up like a little kid in a candy store.
Right.
When I got to play them, I played them all. Like I was playing the entire line of them and went through each one. I was like, I like every one of them.
Yeah.
Even the strange little one that doesn't look like a Magnatone that's back there somewhere.
Yeah.
It sounds really cool. If you like Marshalls and things like that. Like an American Marshall.
Or like, Billy Gibbons. If you're
Or Billy Gibbons.
Billy Gibbons
Oh,
fan.
he plays in that band with the car. And the beards.
Beards.
Yeah.
The spinny guitars.
Thank you guys so much for watching. That was a ton of fun. Watch the other videos. Click subscribe, comments, anything you got on Magnatone love. Send pics to us too. We love that stuff of seeing you playing your Magnatone.
Yes.
Thank you guys. Casino Guitars, Baxter and Jonathan signing out.